said I looked fine, like it meant I was whole. But fine is just a word people use when they don't want the truth. I learned to curve my lips while my world was splitting open, like cracks in glass don't exist if nobody's focused. I said I'm good so often it started feeling like breathing, but every breath I took was another reason for leaving. They applauded the version that never asked for a hand, while I was building my peace on sinking sand. I played okay so well they made it my name, but nobody checks the cost of winning that game. Every laugh was a cover for a riot inside. Every I'm alright was where the truth went to hide. I turned pain into silence, silence into disguise, till even my reflection didn't recognize my eyes. I gave them sunshine while I lived in the storm. Well, I'm stable like a costume I could perform, but the hardest part of faking what they all believe is convincing yourself you don't need to grieve. They love the calm, but never heard the war underneath it. The smile they love was built on silent suffering. Every lifted corner was another part of me buckling. I held my shape so nobody would see the version of hell I called me. Hey, they clapped for the mask I perfected in pain, while I was drowning quietly, smiling through rain. Now I see what I couldn't deny. That smile was a battlefield in disguise. I learned to edit myself into something they keep, cut out the parts that were bleeding too deep. They said be strong, so I turned it to stone, not knowing stone is just a softer way to be alone. I stopped speaking truth cause it changed the room, so I buried my voice where it learned to consume. Every compliment landed like a weight on my chest, cause they loved the performance, not the unrest. And I don't blame them, I just mastered the lie of looking alive while I slowly said goodbye. If love is conditional on never breaking through, then I was never loved, I was useful to you. If I could talk to the kid I used to be, I'd say, you're not strong because you suffer quietly. You're strong when you finally let it be seen. The smile they love was built on silent suffering, but I'm done letting pain decide what I'm becoming. I won't survive just to look okay. I'll live through what I was scared to say. No more mass stitch from broken pride. No more I'm fine with nothing inside. If I fall again, it won't be a disguise. It'll be me, finally alive. They love my smile, but I finally stopped letting it lie. I gave them my loyalty, they gave me their lives. I would've walked through fire for them. Funny how the people you protect sometimes become the ones who hand you the match. I answered every midnight call before my own tears dried. Told them you'll be alright while I was barely alive. Spent my last few dollars just to put food on their plate. Never knowing gratitude would slowly turn to hate. I still remember standing in the pouring rain, waiting for a promise that never came. Every I got you faded like smoke in the sky, leaving me alone with another goodbye. I believed every word like it was carved in the stone, till I learned you can feel abandoned inside your own home. Every sleepless night, every desperate prayer met another smiling face out in quiet despair. I kept choosing love, they kept choosing themselves. I kept carrying her while they bury the truth. I called it family, they called it convenience. I gave them my loyalty, they gave me their lives. I stood beside them, they watched me drown with open eyes. I lost pieces of myself trying to keep them whole. Forgot even a strong heart can break beneath the load. No more chasing people who only love what I could give. If losing them is the price of peace, then peace is how I'll live. Betrayal doesn't always scream, sometimes it whispers your name, smiles beside you in photographs while quietly feeding the flames. I kept replaying memories, searching for where we went wrong. Then I realized some people were pretending all along. The hardest goodbye wasn't walking away, it was burying the person I believed they were. Every scar became another chapter, every chapter made my voice stronger. Now I don't ask why did they leave, I ask what kind of man will I become, because they did. Healing began the day I stopped begging for respect from people who never planned to give it. I'm not what they whispered, I'm not what they left behind. Truth doesn't need permission, light never asks darkness to shine. You can bury loyalty, but you'll never bury character. I gave them my loyalty, they gave me their lies. But betrayal won't decide the rest of my life. These tears became rivers, those rivers became roads, those roads led me somewhere pain could never follow. Now every scar reminds me I survived what was meant to destroy me. If my story keeps one broken soul from believing they're worthless, then every tear, every sleepless night, every shattered dream finally found its purpose. Some people will remember everything you gave, others will only remember what they couldn't take. So keep your heart honest, protect your peace, and never let someone else's lies rewrite the truth about who you are. Nobody asked what was going on inside me. They just clapped for the version that never fell apart. So I learned how to disappear while standing right in front of them. I smiled through mornings I didn't want to wake up to. Texted I'm good while my chest felt black and blue. Sat at that table with a plate I never touched, while my thoughts were screaming, you've had enough. I learned it now while I was mentally gone. Like I was present, but the soul wasn't on. Every joke I made was a smoke grenade, hiding the fact I was starting to fade. They saw me strong when I was barely intact, carrying nights I could never get back. I gave my peace just to keep them relaxed, while I was breaking in half off the fact that nobody noticed the weight on my back, or how I was there just to not react. I wasn't living, I was playing a part, with a whole war still beating in my heart. Funny how love disappears when you crack. They don't stay when your smile fights back. I gave them my light till I burned it black. Now I don't even know how to get that back. I buried my pain so everyone else could smile. Took every scar and now I wore it like it's fine. No one saw the nights I sat there losing my mind, while I was holding their peace and letting mine decline. I buried my truth so nobody would leave, gave them my silence so they could breathe. Now I'm alone with the weight underneath, and I don't even know who's left in me. They call me strong like it meant I was okay, but strong was just code for don't fall today. I remember sitting in the bathroom light, staring at a face I didn't recognize. Phone on silent while I begged for a sign. from anyone who say you'll be alright. But all I got was the echo back of everything I couldn't unpack. I showed up for them when I was drained inside, showed up with a smile I memorized. But nobody saw when I lost that fight, or how I rehearsed being alive at night. Now I talk to silence like it knows my name, like it's the only one that stayed the same. Everyone left when I needed them near. Now I feel loud but nobody hears. If I vanish tonight without a trace, would they scroll past like I was replaced? Or would it finally hit their face that I was bleeding in every place? I buried my pain so everyone else could smile, held every fracture and called it style. No one saw me falling the whole damn while, and I'm drowning in silence I built all this time. I buried my soul so nobody would see the version of me I never let be free. Now I scream in a room that's empty of me, and the strongest ones are the ones that don't speak.
Yeah. They told me loyalty was strength. Nobody told me it could become a wound. I gave people everything I had until there was nothing left for me. I thought staying meant love. I thought sacrificing myself made me strong. But sometimes the people you would die for won't even stand beside you while you're breaking. I was the one answering calls at midnight, while my own walls collapsed out of sight. Carried their storms in my trembling hands, building their futures from my broken plans. I wore a smile like armor to war, fixed every window while mine lost the door. Gave them the air that was left in my lungs, sang them hope with a collapsing tongue. I defended names written against me in dust, mistook betrayal for love and trust. Fed their fires through the coldest weather, while my own heart froze piece by piece forever. I stayed through battles that weren't even mine, crossed every border and ignored every sign, giving them heaven while living through hell, smiling outside while my spirit fell. I thought love meant sacrifice, endless and blind, giving your soul and leaving yourself behind. But the people I trusted the most with my pain used my loyalty to tighten my chains. I stood beside them through every war, even when they closed the door. The hands I held when they couldn't stand eventually let go of mine again. My loyalty became my weakness, my kindness became my scars. I gave them every piece of me, they left me counting stars. I stayed when everybody left, I carried weights that weren't my own. My loyalty became my weakness, until I learned to stand alone. There were nights I questioned who I was, if my heart was broken because it loved too much. I watched people feast at the table I made, then leave me starving in the debts I paid. I became the bridge that everybody crossed, never asking what the crossing cost. I was the lighthouse inside their storm, guiding ships while mine was torn. The same hands reaching for my grace couldn't recognize my tired face. Some people love the fruit you bear, but disappear when the branches tear. I kept forgiving while carrying blame, hoping loyalty would stay the same. But loyalty without boundaries becomes a cage, and pain becomes wisdom with enough age. I learned some people love what you provide, not the person hiding deep inside and bleeding for everybody else. Eventually leaves nothing for yourself. God whispers softly inside my pain, you weren't created to live in chains. Love doesn't mean you disappear or drown yourself to keep them near. Sometimes the door you fear to close is the one through which your healing grows. Strength isn't losing losing who you are. It's protecting your own heart from scars. My loyalty became my weakness, until I learned what strength became. The people who left wrote scars on my skin, but they could never write my name. I gave away pieces of my soul, hoping somebody would stay. Now I protect the heart I have, and choose who gets to stay. My wounds became my testimony, my pain became my voice, and losing those who never loved me became the reason for my choice. I spent years believing loyalty meant staying no matter the cost, but loyalty without respect becomes self-destruction. The people who left taught me pain, God taught me purpose. And now I know this: you can have a good heart and still walk away, because saving everyone else should never require losing yourself. My loyalty was never my weakness. Forgetting my own worth was. Yeah. Funny how truth doesn't die. It gets rewritten by people who were never in the story. I still remember the night they turned my silence into evidence. It started with a message I never got to defend, a screenshot passed around that I never even sent. They said I changed like I woke up someone else, but they edited my life just to protect themselves. At the table I remember all the faces went cold when they read out my name like I had already sold. I tried to speak up, but my voice got cut in between, like truth doesn't survive when it's buried in screens. Even my closest friends stopped looking at my eyes, like loyalty expires when the rumor feels right. They didn't ask once what really happened that night, they just needed a villain to make the story feel right. And I watched it unfold in real time, wide awake, my reality shaking from every choice they fake. I wasn't losing my name, I was losing my ground, while they built their version and called it what they found. How do you correct a lie that already feels like truth to them, when every word you speak just becomes another weapon in their hands? They bury my truth beneath their lies, called me the storm when I was just a disguise. Every piece of me they broke to survive still echoes inside. They built a kingdom out of what never was, made me the villain just because. Truth don't win when the crowd decides, it only breathes until the moment it rises. I saw the turning point in the voicemail left unread. Don't bother explaining, that's what they said instead. Years of trust erased in a single conversation, replaced by assumption dressed up as conversation. They even smiled at me after the damage was done, like betrayal was harmless, just a game they had won. But I carried that silence like glass in my chest. Every step felt heavier than the weight of their best. And late at night I replayed every word in my head, trying to find where the truth got misread. But the truth wasn't missing, it was just out of reach, buried under stories they agreed to believe. Still something in me refused to disappear, even when my own reflection didn't feel clear. Because truth doesn't die when it's treated like dust, it waits for the moment it learns who to trust. You can bury my voice in a room full of noise, but you can't kill the reason it ever had choice. You can rewrite my name in every line that you spread, but you can't change what I lived in my head. They bury my truth beneath their lies, but truth learns how to breathe in disguise. Every shadow they cast made me realize I was never the problem in their eyes. They tried to silence what was already real, but truth has a way that silence can't steal. And now I stand where the stories collapse, not as what they said, but what actually happened after that. They bury my truth, but it learned my name. It came back for me. You ever hand someone a pen, thinking they'd help write your future, only to find they've been editing your ending before the story even began? I unlocked every door with a heart that never questioned, believed every promise wrapped in confidence and affection. Called them family because love runs deeper than blood. Never saw the cracks beneath the ground I thought was solid enough. I gave away my loyalty before it had a price. Ignored everyone and just to keep believing twice. I built them shelter through every storm that came, while they were striking matches just to watch me wear the blame. Every smile rehearsed another secret in disguise. Every handshake hid another knife behind its eyes. I defended names that quietly buried mine, calling darkness patience while it stole my light. I kept asking, what did I do? When the answer was never me. Some people don't betray your weakness, they betray the light. They never had the courage to become the people I trusted. Wrote my darkest chapter, turned my songs into silence, open to disaster. Every scar became a sentence heaven refused to waste. Every tear became a seed that mercy chose to raise. They broke the heart that only wanted peace, but grace kept speaking when the world found reasons to leave. They held the pen for one painful chapter, but the author of my story never surrendered. The ending. Betrayal never knocks before it finds your door. It lasts beside your table while reaching for something more. They applauded every victory standing in my light, praying somewhere in the dark I'd finally lose the fight. I carried guilt that never belonged inside my soul, questioned my own worth while losing all control. Silence became the language nobody understood, smiling for the crowd while breaking where I stood. Every prayer became the air inside my lungs. Every sunrise whispered your story isn't done. I survived nights that should have buried who I was, only to discover broken ground is where new life begins. If pain became the teacher, then healing became the graduation. If betrayal built the prison, forgiveness unlocked the door. I won't pretend it never happened, but I refuse to let it decide who I become. The people I trusted wrote my darkest chapter, certain my story would end in shattered laughter. But every wound became a window, heaven filled with light. Every closed door became the road that changed my life. You can steal my comfort, but never steal my calling. You can celebrate my falling, but you'll never own my rising. The chapter they try to finish became the proof that God was writing the pages they could never touch. To everyone carrying wounds they never deserved, don't let the hands that hurt you become the voice that defines you. Some chapters break your heart, so the rest of the story can reveal who you were always meant to be. Funny how silence gets loud when you're the one who stopped making noise. I stay when leaving would have saved my peace. Sign my name on bonds and never sign me back with these. They got used to my hair, felt like it grew on trees. Never saw the weight I carried underneath my knees. I picked up every call while my spirit was slipping. Said I'm good, so they never noticed I was drifting. They called it loyalty, I called it survival. But love starts fading when respect goes tribal. I was the backup plan they never called one, the one who stayed burning while they turned and walked on. And I learned in the quiet when nobody stayed, you can't heal in a place where your pain gets delayed. I didn't leave to hurt them, I left to stop hurting myself. They only miss me after I walked away, after I stopped being the reason chose less. They adjusted too quick like I never existed. Like I wasn't the one who stayed when they were distant. That's when it hit me in a room full of noise. Not everyone hears you when you lose your voice. So I rebuilt from the silence they never defended. Found a self I abandoned just to keep them attended. Every goodbye became fuel in my veins. Every closed door learned my name in its frame. Now I don't chase what forgets how to stay. If I met it, I wouldn't have faded that way. I stopped calling it love when it only took. Turns out freedom starts when you close that book. I wasn't lost when I left. I was finally real. They only missed me after I walked away. After I chose myself for the very first day. Now I see it clear like the morning light breaks. Some people love what you give, not what you are awake. And if distance is what showed me the truth, then I'll carry that distance like proof of my youth. Because losing me taught them what they know. But finding myself means I don't need them anymore. They only missed me when I stopped being their comfort to ignore. Yeah. Some people leave slowly. Some people leave all at once. And sometimes the hardest part isn't losing somebody. It's realizing they became a memory before you were ready. I still know the way your voice would sound at night. How you make the darkest room feel full of light. Now the silence is beside me every day. And the things we used to build just fade away. You said forever like you really meant the word. Now forever feels like something never heard. I replay conversations in my head, trying to find a moment where our future died instead. Pictures on my phone feel heavier than stone. 1,000 memories, but I'm still alone. Everybody says that time can heal pain, but time just taught me how to hide the rain. I smile when people ask me how I've been. Tell them I'm okay while I'm breaking within. The truth is I've been fighting every night, trying to turn your shadow back into light. Because your goodbye still echoes in these walls, and every quiet moment makes me hear your calls. I keep reaching for a hand that isn't there, searching for a person lost somewhere. How do I move on when your voice remains? How do I let go when love still stays? You walked away while I stood still, trying to heal a heart that never will. You became a memory too fast, like a photograph of fire couldn't let last. One moment you were standing next to me, the next you're just a ghost inside my dreams. You became a story I still tell, a chapter that my heart knows too well. I keep looking back through shattered glass, because you became a memory too fast. The city looks the same, but it feels so strange. Funny how one person can make everything change. Coffee shops, empty streets, rainy days. Everything reminds me of your face. I keep hearing songs we used to sing. Now every lyric feels like suffering. I never thought that love could disappear, leaving nothing but the sound of fear. People say that loss makes people strong, but nobody tells you how long it lasts. Nobody explains the sleepless nights, so why the stars don't seem as bright. I tried to bury all the things we had, but memories don't disappear that fast. They hide inside the smallest things, inside old messages and broken dreams. I still wonder if you think of me, if my name survives your memories, or did I fade the way you disappeared, becoming someone you no longer hear. Maybe some people are meant to stay, maybe some hearts were built to break. Maybe goodbye is a lesson we never choose, and love is the risk we're willing to lose. But even if the years erase your face, even if time puts distance in this place, a part of me will always know the person I loved had to let go. find the pieces that remain, trying to teach my heart to love again. Some people leave footprints, some people leave scars, and some people become memories long before you're ready to let them go. You became a memory too fast. Yeah. Every night feels the same. Hands folded, head down, heart racing, trying to believe while my mind keeps breaking. Caught somewhere between heaven and the dark. I grew up hearing faith can move mountains, but nobody told me what to do with the doubt then. Standing in the mirror with a face I don't know, trying to hide the pain that I refuse to show. Got 1,000 questions in a silent room, dreams in my chest but I still expect doom. Smile for the people, cry when they leave, act like I'm okay so they still believe. Every prayer feels heavy when the answer delays. Every step forward feels like 2 steps away. Carrying guilt like chains on my back, looking for light while the whole world fades black. I tell myself keep going, don't fall apart, but fear writes lies on the walls of my heart. Faith says stand, fear says run, and I'm losing this war before it's begun. I hear hope whisper through the rain, but doubt keeps calling out my name. I wanna believe, I wanna trust, but my soul feels buried beneath the dust. I'm trapped between faith and fear, trying to hear heaven while the darkness is near. One voice tells me don't give up now, the other says you'll never make it somehow. I'm caught between falling and holding on, praying for sunrise through a night so long. I raise my hands but the tears appear, living my life trapped between faith and fear. People see the surface, never see the fight, never hear the battles that keep me awake at night. The memories hit like waves on the shore, every old wound comes back for more. I carry mistakes like stones in my hands, trying to understand what I can't understand. Looking at the sky asking, are you there? While anxiety turns every breath to a prayer. The pressure keeps building inside my chest. Everybody wants answers, I just want rest. The world says strength means never break, but sometimes strength is the pain you take. I walked through valleys nobody could see, lost pieces of who I wanted to be. Fear built walls around my soul, faith kept telling me you're not alone. Maybe the scars are proof I survived, maybe the tears mean my heart's alive. Maybe the silence isn't goodbye, maybe hope is hidden inside the night. When my knees hit the ground I still believe, even when my mind gives me reasons to leave. The storm may stay, the winds may roar, but I know I'm still fighting for something more. But I know I'm still fighting for something more. I'm trapped between faith and fear, standing in the fire with my future unclear. One voice says quit, one says rise, tears in my heart and hope in my eyes. The darkness screams that I'll never win, but faith keeps knocking deep within. Though the road is hard and the end seems far, maybe these wounds won't define who we are. I'm trapped between faith and fear tonight, searching for peace, searching for light. And even if I fall, even through the tears, I'll keep walking forward through the faith and fear. Maybe courage isn't having no fear, maybe courage is believing while fear is still here. And if the light feels distant, if the answers disappear, keep moving forward, even when you're trapped between faith and fear.
Yeah. Have you ever sat at a table with people you would die for, only to realize they were secretly waiting for your funeral? I pray for their healing while they pray for my fall. Yeah. I carried their weight till my shoulders gave way. Stayed through their storms while mine blew me away. Sat in hospital rooms, held tears in my hands. Why nobody showed when my whole world collapsed. I answered their calls at 3 in the morning. Listened to battles that left them exhausted. But when I was drowning and begging for air, the numbers went silent, nobody was there. I trusted them fully, gave pieces of me. Shared every wound that I tried not to see. Told them my nightmares, my doubts and my fears. They turned my confessions into sharpened spears. I stood in the rain so they could stay dry. Defended their names while they spread their lies. I prayed heaven's mercy would cover their pain, while they prayed I'd never rise again. Every tear became a scripture. Every scar became a page. The people I love the deepest turned my heart into a cage. I prayed for them while they prayed for my fall. Asked God to protect them while I lost it all. I lifted their names when I couldn't stand tall. I prayed for them while they prayed for my fall. Yeah, they wanted my silence, they wanted my pain. Wanted to watch me get lost in the rain. But heaven kept hearing each time that I called. I prayed for them while they prayed for my fall. There were nights on the floor with my face in my hands, asking God why I couldn't understand. Why do the closest knives cut the deepest? Why do forever promises leave the quickest? I fought battles nobody could see. Smiled in public while dying beneath. Carried depression like chains on my chest. Prayed for peace but was given the test. I watched people clap while I climbed through the pain and celebrate quietly every mistake. Some shook my hand while digging my grave. Some called me brother then walked away. I learned that loyalty isn't applause. It's who stays beside you when everything's lost. Some bridges collapse because truth finally speaks, and God removes people to make you believe. Maybe forgiveness isn't forgetting. Maybe it's leaving the hurt in God's hands. Maybe the wounds become your testimony. Maybe scars become where you stand. Because the same pain that almost destroyed me became the fire to rebuild my soul. Prayed for them while they prayed for my fall. When nobody answered, heaven heard it all. The people who left me taught me to stay. God held the pieces inside of his hands. They buried my hope, they buried my name. But pressure makes diamonds and fire makes flames. I walked through the darkness and answered the call. I prayed for them while they prayed for my fall. Now I don't pray for revenge, I pray for peace. Because sometimes the people who hurt you the most become the testimony that saves your soul. And sometimes God allows betrayal to show you who was holding your hand and who was holding the knife.